All right, 1 2 1 2 in the building. Not quite in the building. This is not the revival yet. I keep saying that we're going to revive the show, and I'm not. I'm not saying that that's not going to happen. But this is not that yet. This is just like a little special thing we're doing. A little bit of a promo and a little bit of just a reunion with one of our main guys in the hip hop scene here in Chicago, Philmore Greene. But of course, let me introduce ourselves. If y'all don't know, I'm Kyle Means, editorial director of War Media, and my right hand man Dave Evans is right here beside me, out there in LA, transmitting live. When we were like I say, if you don't get the mentioning of In the Building, that was a show we started doing during the height of the pandemic, and we interviewed quite a few special people along the way during that show. And Philmore was actually one of those guys. Philmore Greene, if you don't know, I think you really slacking if you don't know Philmore Greene. He's one of the rising MCs coming out of Chicago, representing the West Side. He's put out a series of well-regarded projects, the most recent being Cost of Living, which he did with the superior producer Apollo Brown out of Michigan. And this Saturday, actually, Apollo Brown will be here in town with Philmore and none other than Sky Zoo, the Brooklyn MC Supreme, I should say. They're all going to be here in Chicago performing amazing concert. And as we get to the promo, we bring our man Philmore in right here, live and in effect. Just getting in the crib, as he told me. Glad you're safe out there after running them streets.
Good brothers. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all can hear me?
We good, bro. We good. Yeah, we hear you. We hear you fine.
Good, man. Good to see you brothers, man.
Same here, man.
It's been a minute, man. David moved out of town on us and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad I'm this Saturday show.
Been doing this, man. Doing this type of stuff.
Listen, I just got off the phone with Rashid and Apollo. I'm gonna say it on the show. They doing a round robin beat set. Rashid's gonna open it. He's gonna play a beat for a minute. Apollo gonna play a beat. Rashid they're gonna go back and forth for 40 minutes straight. It's gonna be crazy.
Wow. See, we gonna make Dave mad, man, by the end of this, because he gonna be trying to walk from LA to get to the show.
Are you in LA?
I don't know if you guys look at plane. I don't know if y'all looked at them plane tickets, but they're a car note now. Probably a little bit more than a car note. They're a nice car note now.
We got a little rough.
So
can you hear him, Phil?
No, his Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I said the plane tickets are expensive.
A little bit, man.
Okay, I said the plane tickets are expensive. Yeah. Is what I said.
Yeah.
It's flight tickets are a trip, man. But let me get this. Let me get the whole promo out the way here at the top. Again, because I was sort of getting into that right when you came in, Phil. But the show, Philmore Greene, Apollo Brown, Rashid Hadi, as Phil just mentioned, as well, and Sky Zoo performing both Cost of Living and Sky Zoo's most recent album, The Mind of a Saint, amazing project where he embodies the character of Franklin Saint from Snowfall. If you haven't listened to that, man, that's another one you slacking on. But those two albums will be showcased and celebrated at Bourbon on Division this Saturday. When will the doors
open at 8:00? Doors open at.
Yeah, so you can get tickets now. Tell people how they get
BourbonOnDivision.com. BourbonOnDivision.com. Go straight to the website. You'll see it right there for the show. Click the link. Get there, man. It's gonna be a nice show. It's gonna be a nice night. We got some. So far, we got some cats that say they're gonna come out. Some notable people. Everybody in the building notable. Every soul in there. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be,
This,
we got some cats that's gonna come out and show some love, man, that I never met before. They saying it right now, but we don't know. I ain't gonna say no names, but you know,
well, I mean, your profile getting bigger, bro, and it's already like, going back to some of the shows that you've been able to do in the past few years, really going back to even, when you had the show right after Chicago, a third world city, with that we was able to be in there, uh, at God, what's the arcade spot?
Emporium,
Uh, Emporium, yeah. I'm about to say Excalibur. That's old school right there.
right?
Club spot. But but Emporium, and you've been able to do shows with some notable people here in the city since then, as your like I say, as your exposure and your platform is grown. And though this seems to be like as big a show as you've done in the city, in a while, man. What's your thoughts just on being able to get this whole type of set together with a Sky Zoo, and we're gonna talk about you and his relationship in a minute, but
Mm-hmm.
having Sky Zoo, getting Apollo Brown out, like these are big names in hip hop scene, man, and across the country and internationally, and you getting them here to celebrate your project and Sky's project, of course, with the guys here in Chicago, man. It has to be like a real moment for you.
Yeah, it's a dope moment, man. I'm honored to, you know, be a part of this moment. You feel me? Because they seem like you said, these are some legendary guys, man. But they real guys, and I developed a rapport with those guys to be able to call them my brothers. And you bring people to your city, man, and you show them a good time. You take them places, and they eat well, and we not putting them in the crazy hotels. You know what I mean? And it's all love, and they see what type of people we are. And we get that love back from the city. But it feels great, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it feels very great to have a show like this and have those guys, really saying, okay, we're going to Philly town. We're going to Philly city. You know what I mean? Because we was going to do the show, but Sky hit the line like, have you did something for cost of living yet? I'm like, nah, shit. And Chuck and I was just talking about bringing some acts in. So it was like, okay, nah. He was like, all right, you already know. I'm looking for, let's do something up there. So I'm like, fuck it, man. I haven't did nothing. You haven't did anything for yours. Yours coming out. I haven't celebrated mine yet. So let's do it all in one night, man.
Right.
One night only. We're going to have some great. We got I Am God on the bill. We got Andreas Haley on the
Okay.
bill. Rashid Hadi and Apollo Brown beat set. That's something never been done. This is Apollo Brown's
Yeah.
first show up here since what? 2018, 2008. He hadn't been
Mm,
up here since Sub T. He was Sub T last time. So
okay.
2023, we had Bourbon on the Vision. We're doing the cost of living, and Skyzoo doing Mind of a Saint. That's a great night of hip hop. That's a great night.
Yes,
From
indeed.
everybody
It's gonna
on
be
there
one of
gonna
the best
bring it.
nights this year. Gotta be.
Them Hearses a master with verses. Philly be the Abbott of the master class. Smash and grab, sat through the math, and then I packed the churches. Apollo Brown keep the masses working. By the time you hit his record, I'll be Philly the mathematic version. Tracks is surging, numbers racing to the sky. Raised in a shy with killer cop scammers and all the bastards lurking. The crack era had them snatching purses. Heart over mind over matter, no matter.
Yeah.
Already.
It's got to be one of the best nights this year in Chicago, man. It's
Yeah.
like, and I can't wait. Like say, a lot of people gonna come out just on the strength of it being you, and on the strength of like Apollo Brown. People know him. People know Skyzoo.
Yeah.
People follow. I remember seeing Skyzoo a couple years go up there at Bourbon. Like people were going crazy for Sky up
We
there.
booked that
People
show.
love him.
We booked that show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You was on that show too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know what it is
Yeah.
with him, man. He when he comes into town,
That
people
dude, man,
show
look
up.
at the work he put in. He put the work in. That's
Hmm.
all it all is, man. He put the work in, bro. That's what artists gotta do. Put the work in. He put the work in. He been at this for over 20
What?
years. So let's do
Right.
it.
Yeah. It's been it has been
Yeah,
20 years. Like it doesn't seem like it, but he really has been like since like
yeah,
02,
bro.
03, putting out joints, man,
It's,
classics. But I was just gonna ask right quick, like you've been able to tour wide with him, and just not too long ago, I know y'all did a show in
uh,
Atlanta as well, and you
was
got to
dope.
visit like his little restaurant
That was
down there and
dope.
stuff. Like, what do you what do you think about like just I don't know if you see him as a mentor or whatnot. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's not too much older than you, if
He
he
got me.
is, but he's been in the game a lot longer
Yeah.
than you. Like, have you been able to really draw? What have you drawn from being around him as in regards to being an artist, being functional in this hip hop game without really selling
Yeah.
out or going big term major label. Skyzoo has done his own thing really for the entirety of his run, and it seems like you're going on a similar path.
So that was dope. Thank you. It don't matter what age you are. Like he got me by 2 years, but if he was younger than me, doing what he do, and he's that person he is, he's a genuine guy. So I don't even look at the age. It's more so like, man, you're a real dude. You show me love. I'm gonna reciprocate the gesture automatically because that's how you coming. And he's a real guy. Like, of course, I I do call him, and I might ask him for some advice, and he's all ears, bro. Cost of Living came out. He listened to it. He rocked with it. He called me and he told me, like, just be ready. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope piece of work. Like he's like he's like a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took us on tour, and anytime you sit anywhere with someone for 30 days in a row, not in a row, but for 30 days, like you're gonna develop some form of rapport. You know what I'm saying? Some form of good
For
rapport
sure.
with that. I mean, he could have been, like a lot of these tour stories you hear, like everybody out the dressing room. I need 20 minutes to myself type shit. He didn't do that. Like he a real dude, man.
What?
He a real
Yeah.
dude. We chopped it up with him first day, the first night of the tour. The first night of the tour, we stayed at their Airbnb. So he's a real dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's an honor because I know the work he put in, and everybody know who that dude is, man. Everybody know who Skyzoo is, bro. Like he's a dude that's been around for like we said, 20 years. But that lets you know his character. Let
Yeah.
me know he values relationships, and he makes it his way to not burn no bridges with nobody because he try to keep his word. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna keep his word. Everything
Definitely.
he's a legendary cat, man. He's still out there hooping, so I ain't gonna call him a legend. I think you're a legend when you retire, when you hang up the sneakers.
And the
Yeah.
banner, yeah, the banner
No, it
ain't
ain't
up
up
yet.
yet.
The
The
jersey
jersey
ain't
ain't
up
up in
yet.
the rafters yet. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, he's a
I'm,
dope
I'm
guy, man. So it's definitely I take a lot from being around him. Anything I need to know and I want to ask, I'm curious about, I can give him a call. I'm all ears. He's all ears, man.
It's great to see that, man, that you forming that type of relationship and getting that type of exposure. We're gonna talk about what it's meant for you in this most recent project, but
Uh-huh.
to see you, because like I say, me, we go back, and
Yeah,
I've told you from the beginning since I've been talking to you how I think that you deserve more and that you really are like a cold man, and you gonna be out here with the
yeah.
greats eventually, and that's what
Always
you're
show
doing now.
love.
So it's really great to see that you mixing it up with these type of dudes, man. And I'm gonna let Dave get in right quick, but I wanted to ask this one question, giving you Sky Zoo. I'm not saying that you would bite him in any way, but I thought this was interesting, given that he took on the persona of Franklin Saint in this album. I was wondering, like, if you had a fictional character or a fictional world that you would think about inhabiting for a project. Not that you ask, whether you do it or not. Like, but if you could think of one that you would want
I,
to
I just
do that, what
I
what would
just
it
made
be?
up a new one today, man. If you go to my last Instagram post, I got the little marketing strategies I be doing, man. I came up with a new character, man. His name is Heartthrob Pete. That's the cat that be talking to the fly shit to the chicks and stuff like that. So Heartthrob Pete, that's me, man. That's me on my fly stuff,
Yeah, you know, I just
man.
did see that on the IG. You talking about taking your
Yeah.
shirt off, so you gonna have us all up in there at the show
Been in the
looking
gym, bro. I've been
crazy,
in the
man. The
gym, man.
dudes, you got to
Yeah.
show
I
out,
ain't
huh?
taking that shirt off though. I ain't
I
gonna do
bet.
it.
Hey, you already got the stage, man. You ain't got to do. You ain't got to. You gonna have all us up in there
I ain't
struggling
gonna
with the
do it,
ladies,
bro.
man. You got all the
I'm
ladies
gonna keep
on
the
you,
shirt
man.
on. I'm gonna keep the shirt on. New alias, Heartthrob P, Rare Form Philly. You know.
But that's where you mentioned the examples on the IG, what
Yep, yep,
LL
yep.
and 50 and you know how those guys have gotten it, man. So hey, if it gets you that extra level, man, you know the
Do
ladies
it.
look when you get the ladies behind you
Let's
as an
do it.
MC, man, you gonna last
Let's
for a
do
long
it.
time.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, bro. You already know.
But
But that's what it'd be,
no
man. It'd be
doubt.
Heartthrob P, man. That's the new one.
So that's is that really gonna translate into your music going forward? You gonna do a little bit more of the romantic side. You gonna show a little bit more of that
I
side of
got
you
a
in some of your
I
music
got a
going
whole
forward.
album finished with my brother Peter
Mm.
Jericho. He's one of them.
Okay,
He's an
yeah. Shout out
amazing
Peter
vocalist. You
Jericho.
know who Peter Jericho is. I already got a whole album with him.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I got a whole album with Peter Jericho already, where he's singing. We on some best of both worlds, but we not Kells and Hove.
That's
We
what
not
I was about
them.
to say. That's
You
what I was about to
know.
say. Best you
Yeah.
follow that example, but
Yep.
not necessarily the
Nah,
R.
nah, none
Kelly
of that.
example.
Respect the Hove. You know, prayers for Kells, but
Yeah,
we're not that. You
yeah.
know, I'm doing my thing. Peter doing his thing. We got hip hop beats. We got beats. It's gonna be dope. Like when we put that out, it's gonna be some joints on that, man. It's gonna make people say, "All right, these dudes, they on another level with
Okay,
this." But yeah, I'm already tapped into that stuff. I might change my name on the whole shit and just call myself Heartthrob P instead of Philmore Greene on that. Known as Heartthrob P, known as Philmore Greene. I might change the artwork. Just change my whole name on that.
ain't nothing wrong with that, man. As
Yeah,
long as the
hey,
bars are still hitting,
They
I'm sure
still
the
there.
bars are still gonna be hitting as far as you concerned. Ain't nothing wrong with having hip hop that you can listen to with ladies, man.
Hey man,
That's the best of both. Like you say, the best of both
best of
worlds.
both worlds, bro. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
But Dave, you want to jump in right quick?
yeah, yeah. No, I was going to say. So you brought up R. Kelly, and you also, were talking about Sky, and one of the things that added to, we'll just say, Sky's longevity is his ability.
You
Can you hear
breaking
me?
up.
We
Yeah, I
Can you
think
hear
he
me?
got some issues.
We still got we're still got connectivity
Breaking
issues.
up.
Oh,
Dave, you
wonderful.
good?
Yeah,
All
we
right.
got rain.
Well,
We got rain here. Sorry, guys.
let's see if he can. Are you good, Dave?
Can you hear me?
He trying to get it.
Can we hear me?
He trying to get it together.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm still good. Okay, no worries.
We hear you.
Can you hear me?
You muted again, bro.
No. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. My apologies. I was gonna say, have you ever thought about writing? I mean, because I know Sky writes. So you ever thought about writing for people? No.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. I definitely thought about writing for people.
Okay.
I got a record over here that I wanted to sell to somebody that I can't even. It'll be the people who rock with my music will look at me crazy if I put this on some of mine. So it's like, yeah, I got records that I experiment
Mm.
with and wrote. You know, I definitely want to get in that writer's room and write for people. I think that got to be like one of the most fun parts of the industry. You know, jumping in somebody else's life and whole persona. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely want to do that. I get real creative when I do that. Like, you had me write some shit for Beyonce, that shit gonna be
It's
fire.
hey,
Fire.
that's what's up, man.
I meant more of the
It's
local
good. It's
guys.
good too that.
But
Yeah, I'll write for anybody.
I said I meant more
So
of the
you on the
locals.
album.
Locals.
I'll
The
cook you
locals.
up some fire.
The locals.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Yeah,
local.
write an album from Dave's point of view.
No,
Dave,
no, I'm saying the young
Dave could
boys
give
in
you some stuff
Chicago.
about his.
Yeah,
The who?
you don't want my life. The locals. I was gonna say the locals, the young boys can use it. I'm saying, not the people in the
I
GSD,
write
but
for the
the young boys,
youngsters.
they
I
can
write
use it.
for.
I said the
You
young
probably
boys can
talking about
use
like
it.
some of the young boys who out here
Oh
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
drill
yeah.
tip and
I
all that
definitely
type of
write for.
stuff.
Yeah, I write for anybody. I don't discriminate. My pen don't
No doubt.
discriminate. Like it works for anybody. Anybody can get this work.
Has has there been anybody recently or in the past year or two even that you've been able to get into the studio with, whether you did anything concrete or not, where it's been like, man, I'm really in the studio with this person, or like it just seemed like a moment for you just to be in the studio.
Apollo Brown. Apollo Brown.
Yeah.
Cost of living. Cost of living.
All right. Well, let's talk about that then. How did this, like, Apollo Brown again is a guy who you like you say he's been around for a minute. You said last time he's been in Chicago was like '08,
Doing the show, yeah.
and
Doing the show.
he's yeah, it's for a show. Yeah. I know he did the video with you here for the
Taking the
album and
K.
stuff, and but he's really like you could call him a legend, or at least one of the guys really that's holding it down for that classic hip
Right.
hop sound in the
Right.
present. He's worked with a lot of notable MCs, and you get to add yourself to that list. Now, I remember like first hearing about the project when you first announced it, like, wow, Philmore got a joint with Apollo Brown. He really he normally work with heavy hitters like established MCs. So how did it get to the point where you were able to formulate a whole album with him?
Well, that was like, well, it was a point in time Rashid and I had went to Detroit like 3 times in 1 month. We were touring, we had another show there, we went to another show, like we were there. But Apollo and Rashid go back like 15 years. Those shows in
Okay.
'08, Rashid was probably on stage with him doing beats too. So they go back like 15 years with each
Right.
other. And, Apollo, he's went on record to say how much he fuck with Rashid material. Like he look up to Rashid, like that's his dude. So we went there.
Mm.
Apollo came to the show. He came to 2 out of 3 of the shows. And after the show, after we got off stage and he mentioned like, I got something I want you to, get on. But I got an album I got to put out. This is in like 2018, 2019-ish. So, the beginning of 2018, the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. He said, I got something I want you to get on. I know what it is, but I just got to finish some other stuff first. So he put out a few albums and everything, but every time I would drop, he'd hit me like, this is dope. Like, oh man, I like this one better than that. This is dope, man. I'm a fan. So he was listening to every album I put out, on top of Rashid being who he is and him respecting Rashid beat game. And it just happened, bro. Like he instead of a record, I guess he said enough is enough. One day he hit me like, man, let's put together this classic, man. So just like that. Like, let's put together this classic. Next thing you know, I go and he don't do email albums. He don't do email albums. He not sending you shit. You not
He'll
Nah,
just
ain't no
send you the
send me the
beats.
beats right here and record them right here and send them back. Nah, he want to do it face to face, and I think that's better. I don't mind either way, but I'd rather be in the lab with the crew. So
Sure.
planned a trip to go down to Detroit. We drove down there. Um, got in the studio. He had the studio book, pizzas, refreshments, and that's the day I got the beats. So we listened. He played the beats. I came home with 20 beats. And he played them. I was putting notes in my head, and I just knew I had to lock in. So on the way back, I started writing the album. In the car, I started writing the album. I took one beat, didn't go to the next one until I got done. I came home. I got in the zone. You know, Was gonna go back in a month. I wrote the beat the whole month of May. I wrote it 2 weeks. I wrote it 2 weeks. I memorized it the whole month of May. Went back the first weekend of June, and recorded it. I went back with 20 records. We recorded 18 of them records. We recorded 18 records. We just zoned out. I wrote it, zoned out. He let it be known, like, man, there's not no feature. Let's make this out. Let's make this classic. Did everything. We recorded the album, man. Cost of Living was here, November 15th. It didn't take long at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's just about two people locking in. But he had said it for years, like, we gonna do something. And we finally made it happen, man. It's one of the best albums in 2022 is what people said, man.
I would add to that, man. It's a heater, man, and y'all chemistry just it makes sense now, given that you explained that Apollo was following you and really checking over you and your development, and that he was really a fan of yours. It seemed like he gave you so much stuff on this album that really fits you and fit the way that you spit and the approach that you have to songs. It was as much of a chemistry bond, I would say, as you and Rashid. And
Yeah.
it was dope that that you had Rashid on the album as well, and having another big name like Evidence on there, like this was really a
Yep.
project, on Mellow Group. Shout out to Mellow Music Group too, by the way. Like, they are a great independent hip hop label that have been doing it for a long time, man. And like it's your project really just fits right in their discography as well as Apollo's, and it's a big it's a big step forward, I think, for you, man. Do you feel that way? Like this is your biggest album to date, or do you feel it's just another step forward in that way?
Like I said, when you say biggest album, I gotta give the analogy again, man. My analogy to that question is I got cost of living, survival scroll, knowledge and power, Chicago, a third world city. Third world, survival scroll, knowledge and power, cost of living. These three babies are older than this one. This is the newborn. So you got to do whatever you got to do to make sure the newborn is grows up to play well with his siblings. So it's the most important album. You know what I'm saying? For those who ready to go back into that rabbit hole and lead up to this, you can listen to them however you want. But the new one is always the most important one because it's the later version of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten better, but Third World City, I was nice too. Now I'm tooting my horn, but I'm just giving an example. Third World City, I was nice, but I was a different person than what I am now. So some of the content might be, it all fits together, but it's the most important baby because it's the newborn. And you got to nurture newborn babies. You got to be there for that newborn. That newborn can't go use the bathroom like it's, what year, what, 5-year-old? Yeah, like it's 5-year-old oldest brother Chicago, a third world city can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't walk yet, can't feed himself yet. So you gotta pay more attention to that new baby, man. So that's my way of explaining that, bro. Like, it's the most important album because it's the newest baby out the family.
Working for them lucrative payments. Everything I spew is greatness and it's proven contagious. Philly the plague, I'm spreading over eye contact. This is class, Cuban cigars and some high cognac and taste. Y'all niggas moving at a snail's pace. Hookahs and vapes, cheese, wine, fresh grapes. This is the feeling, the blowing reefer, the Curtis blowing 81, shouting out, these are the breaks. I need all the cake, the beat on, I need all the bass. Hit the gas and I ease off the brakes. We gotta get by. Hard scrabble, this is like
I like how you explain that, though, because I think I listen to it differently because I know you and I listened to your past projects, but it does work. It does work well as an entry point too, because I would imagine a lot of people are hearing your name for the first time with this album. A lot more people you're adding to your audience. So for a lot of people, this is their entry point to you. But I would guess it makes people it works as an entry point,
Yeah.
as sort of a debut, but it works also to make people want to listen to those other albums. Have you heard that kind of? Have you gotten that kind of feedback from people like, man, I'm who is like I'm listening, I'm reaching out and looking into all your stuff now that I've heard this. Have you been hearing that?
Yeah. People definitely let me know they're going down that rabbit hole. They listening to what I'm doing. They heard this one for the first time. Who is this dude? How haven't I heard of him already? I love it. You know what I mean?
Hmm,
The train ain't on time, but it's on schedule. You know what I'm saying? So we on schedule to get where we gonna go.
that's what's up.
But it's better late than never, man. Rock with the music for the first time or however you've been doing, man. As long as you rock with it and spread the word. We live in a world not right now where people want to be to say they the first. Let me put you on somebody. I gave it to you first. Like, I mean, somebody probably doing that with my
Yeah,
music right now. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it's fresh, they like it. Just keep going. You gotta go one person at a time. Next thing you know, man, you moving around like you need to be, man, and spreading that word to the people. That good music, that good vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one person at a time. But I definitely got the how did not know, and this is dope. I just listened to this and that, and it's crazy though. You know what I mean? How music travel so fast, bro.
yeah, and why too? I'd imagine like across the world, you probably got people listening to you now, man. Has there have you done any touring overseas yet?
No, we supposed to be doing that though. I'm doing that this year for sure for the first time.
You planned it. See that it just keeps
Yeah,
growing, man. That's have again, like I said, man. It's just great to see that progression and that you're getting to expand your voice and you
thank you,
expand your platform, man. You've been
man.
putting in the work, bro, and it's great to see it
Man, bro,
flourishing
thank
for
you,
you.
man. This it ain't it's what we want to do. You know what I mean? And it's fun. I have fun doing it. I love the grind. I love seeing people rock off my music. I love doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just something that's therapeutic to me before anything. So it helps me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What helps me helps others. So I love it, bro. I want to go. I'm gonna get overseas and touch the soil over there, and we gonna go across the world, bro. It's just a blessing for me, man, because I'm from Cape Town, bro. I was that shorty. I was that
K-Tab to
shorty
the
walking the
world.
blocks, man, rapping with backpacks full of rhymes, and just perseverance and everything, and it came a long way, man. I'm honored, bro. Honored.
Very inspirational, bro. Very inspirational. Dave, we gonna start to wrap up. I got another session. I'm about to. I got to start in a minute, but Dave, if
I don't know if it's possible, but if
Yeah,
maybe
mic
if you
off.
guys could stream the show to Twitch, man.
y'all,
No, I'm
you
live.
froze again.
I'm live.
Okay,
No,
all right,
I
Dave,
mean
you good?
it's raining here. Yeah, it's
Oh,
raining
that's what
here.
it
So
is.
okay, so that's probably why the signal's bad. It's raining here,
Oh,
but yeah, bad.
the
So
weather been
yeah,
crazy out
That's
in
what it
Cali,
is.
man.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
So yeah, sorry,
I
it's
was
not
about
the
to
internet.
say.
It's the. I mean, well,
well,
it's because
but
it's raining. Well,
if he
yeah.
could jump in, we'll see. But one more time
Yeah, I was
before we
saying that
go.
with are you
Just let
guys
people
putting it on
know
Twitch by
what the
chance the
deal is
show?
with the
Like
Saturday
I don't know
show,
that if
the
that I don't know if
18th of
that's an option,
March.
but I'd love to be able
Fillmore,
to have a
Sky
little bit of
Zoo,
that essence,
Apollo
or for
Brown,
those who
She
appreciate,
Hadi, among others. It's
who
going to be
want to,
a packed
fans who
show,
can't
packed
be in
house,
Chicago.
Bourbon on
How do
Division,
they? Is there
here
any
in
way for them
Chicago,
to
Yeah.
Division Street.
stay tuned?
Like say tickets at
But
Yep.
bourbonondivision.com, right,
but
bro?
yeah,
BourbonOnDivision.com, man.
definitely appreciate the insights.
That's where you.
And
Okay,
yeah,
dope,
let
dope,
people
dope.
know, like I said, if they don't know already, how to follow
Awesome.
you
Looking
and
forward to
stuff
it.
online or whatever. What's the best
Looking
way
forward to
to
it,
get
and
at you
definitely
and get at your
appreciate the
music?
Philmore
time today. And
Greene,
definitely, out.
PHILMORE, and Green with an E at the end. Philmore Greene on all platforms, social media, streaming. That's what it is, man. Philmore Greene, PHILMORE, and Green with an E at the end on everything, man. Instagram, Facebook, you know, all the music platforms. I'm there, man. You know, that's me. This
All right.
Friday, this Saturday,
No doubt. No
March
doubt.
18th, 2023.
Saturday. Yeah, make sure you
This
get the right day.
Saturday, March 18th, 2023, Bourbon on Division, myself, Apollo Brown, Cost of Living, Sky Zoo, The Mind of a Saint, Rashid Hadi, I Am God, Andreas Haley, sounds by my brother Vic Lloyd, hosted by my brother Stepchild. It's going to be
Oh, yeah.
crazy. So we're going to be in the building. It's going to be a dope night of music, dope night of hip hop, man. Get there. Get there, get there. Don't miss out, man. It's going to be dope.
You heard the man. That's what's
It's the
up.
place to be.
Philmore Greene. We appreciate you, bro. Appreciate your support of what we do, man, over the
Thanks,
years.
Phil.
Likewise.
And
Kyle?
again, man, just
Still
really
here?
happy to see that you winning out here and that you keep on thriving, man. Just
Thank you,
with
bro.
your
Thank
best
you for
brother.
having me, man. Let's continue to support each other no matter what.
No doubt. Yes, we will do that. We will do that, man. All right, man.
All right,
Good luck
bro.
on
See you there,
Saturday,
man.
bro. For sure.
All right,
I
peace.
will be there.